What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So yesterday I posted a video talking about war has been declared. So a country declared war on Israel. And I ended up taking that video down because that is not the case. And when I put these videos out, especially when it comes to war, I want to make sure that I'm getting the information correctly. I got this information very early on. I tried to put the video out as soon as possible. And by doing that, I misspoke when it came to a country going to war. Yemen has not gone to war with Israel. It's actually the Houthis, the rebels in Yemen, have gone to war with Israel. And so just who are the Houthis? Let's take a look at that first. The Houthis aim to govern all of Yemen and external anti-imperialist movements against the United States, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. They have launched repeated missiles and drone attacks against Saudi cities. The conflict is widely seen as a proxy war between Saudi Arabia and Iran.
Yemen's Houthi movement says it's fired a wave of missiles and drones against Israel, now officially entering the war between Israel and Islamist militants in Gaza, and cementing fears by world powers of the conflict spilling into more countries. The declaration came after Israel's military said it intercepted 2 objects in separate incidents around the Red Sea. This was a Houthi parade filmed by Reuters in Yemen in September, only days before the Hamas attacks on Israel. On Tuesday, its military spokesperson said the launch was their 3rd since the conflict began, seeming to confirm that it was behind an incident on October 19th when the U.S. Navy said it had intercepted 3 cruise missiles over the Red Sea, and a drone attack on October 28th, which resulted in blasts in Egypt, blamed on the Houthis by Israel. The spokesperson said they would continue to launch against Israel until, quote, Israeli aggression ceases. The Houthis are part of what's called the Axis of Resistance, an alliance of armed groups backed by Iran and includes Hamas. It recently released this video said to show their military drills. Israel's military says it will remain focused on Gaza and that the Houthis are just one of many of Iran's proxies, a relationship that the Houthis have denied.
And so that is who the Houthis are. They are rebels. They are not an official government in Yemen. And the AP put this out late yesterday. It says Yemen hasn't declared war on Israel, contrary to online claims. Houthi rebels have launched missiles. And then this article from The Conversation. How Houthi attacks affect both the Israeli-Hamas conflict and Yemen's own civil war and could put pressure on U.S. and Saudi Arabia. And then this article from Reuters. Yemen's Houthis enter Mid-East fray, hardening spillover fears. And then this article from the Times of Israel. IDF releases footage of interceptions of Houthi missiles. Now, obviously, the U.S. is very concerned about this whole situation, and it looks like this war is starting to widen. When I say the war is starting to widen, I mean we're seeing more rebel groups get involved in this war. And what U.S. officials are saying is these groups are sponsored by Iran. Let's hear the Secretary of Defense talk a little bit more about this.
We fully understand that Hamas does not represent the Palestinian people, and we mourn the loss of Palestinian civilians. And I have repeatedly made clear to Israel's leaders that protecting civilians in Gaza is both a moral responsibility and a strategic imperative. Democracies like ours are stronger and more secure when we uphold the law of war and protect civilians. Now, tensions remain exceptionally high. So let me outline the department's 4 key lines of effort. First, we'll continue to protect American forces and citizens in the region. Our personnel have come under repeated attack in recent days by Iranian-backed militia groups, and these attacks must stop. We've also raised force protection measures across the region, and I have deployed a terminal high-altitude area defense battery, as well as additional Patriot batteries. And second, we're flowing security assistance into Israel at the speed of war. Third, we're coordinating closely with Israel to help secure the release of every man, woman, and child seized by Hamas, including American citizens. And finally, we swiftly strengthen our force posture in the region to deter any state or non-state actor from escalating this crisis beyond Gaza.
So you can see the U.S. military is very concerned on what's going on in the Middle East, but also in the U.S., there's a lot of concern. The FBI director put out a warning, and this is what he said.
Not a time for panic, but it is a time for vigilance. We shouldn't stop conducting our daily lives, going to schools, houses of worship, and so forth, but we should be vigilant. You often hear the expression, if you see something, say something. That's never been more true than now, and that's probably partly why the American people are reporting more tips and leads to us, and we're pursuing those threats and leads as vigorously and responsibly as we can.
And so now's a time where we really need to be paying attention to what's going on in the Middle East as well as what's going on in the U.S. because we could be impacted by this. We don't want to see another terrorist attack in the U.S., and so we need to be paying attention to what's going on everywhere. And we also don't want to be pushed into another war in the Middle East. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'll have another video out tomorrow morning, so make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.